So there's this woman by the name the Wizardliz, who's considered by many as the #1 female life coach on YouTube. Now recently the Wizardliz here is not been having a good time, because after posting her recent video showing her boyfriend to her audience and announcing they were engaged with a baby on the way, her boyfriend 3 days later got exposed for cheating and texting other girls. Now, although cheating is bad, this guy is absolute trash for cheating on his girlfriend shortly after announcing they were getting engaged while she's also pregnant. That's not the primary reason why I'm making this video. The reason I'm making this video is the crazy way her audience reacted.
There is no way, like, I'm so pissed off, okay? This didn't happen to me, but I feel like I just got cheated on. There is no way that ratty-ass looking Mickey Mouse bitch cheated on I repeat, the Wizardliz.
Wizardliz just posted that she was cheated on by her fiance Landon, while her now ex-fiance, the Wizardliz, out of all people.
Liz is intelligent, beautiful.
How many times have you seen a man that looks this corny, this goofy, put a woman who looks like this in this goober's point of view? What else could he possibly get?
You are telling me Mother Liz was cheated on while she was 4 months pregnant? If that woman had to go through this, us mortals, us little peasants, how are we gonna survive?
Now, the way these people are reacting is as if they thought she had some kind of anti-cheating software installed in her that somehow got bypassed. They are acting like this guy basically committed a crime against the divine. Bro didn't just cheat, he hacked the matrix. So, who's this Wizardliz, and why do these people seem to think that she's the final boss of femininity? So like I mentioned in the intro, the Wizardliz is a YouTuber with 8.1 million followers, 8.4 on TikTok and 5.5 on Instagram. She gained much of her popularity through giving life advice on YouTube. And believe it or not, I actually came across her channel when she was just starting out. I remember she had posted like 3 videos at the time. I was actually surprised of how many followers she was able to get in a short time, because she had like less than 5 YouTube videos posted and she had like close to 1 million followers already. As you can see here, she averages a huge amount of views for a channel with minimum editing involved. I've watched her videos even before this war drama unfolded. I'm going to be criticizing some of her advice she gave in her videos, but I should say that not all of the advice she gives are bad. There are actually some advice which can be useful for some people in getting confidence, but others not so much. She's like Andrew Tate if he wore lip gloss and manifested instead of flexing Bugattis.
It's not bad to want money. Money is a way to a comfortable and easy life, a life we as humans naturally desire and deserve. Comfort is our human nature.
This is a real video on her YouTube channel, by the way. Both can give some good advice, but most of the things they say is bad advice and can be harmful to many people who listen to them, like the gospel, seeing them as these perfect human beings who have everything figured out. Both of them speak with utter conviction and arrogance that just seem to draw people in.
That's literally what you are. You're just a clown. I love to say, and what do you bring to the table? Honey, there is no table for us to sit at. You have no money to buy the table. We're sitting on the ground. So rather ask, what do you bring to the ground? And besides that, me personally, I do not sit at empty tables. I sit at tables that are full. I don't need to bring anything else than my presence, my personality, who I am, and my beauty. I sit there and that's good enough for the guy. What do you bring to the table is broke guy talk.
I personally like to think that these people are masochists who like to be talked down upon, because it's really crazy how people who talk like them really have so much success online. Now, the big issue with the Wizardliz is that her message comes up to saying like, I have the perfect life, I'm perfect in every way, so here is how you can be as perfect as I am.
Everyone is always obsessed with me. And everyone, like my relationships, the guys would always worship the ground that I walk on, literally make sure that I'm always okay in every aspect of my life. And then I was thinking to myself, why is it that everyone is always obsessed with me? My mom would even say it, my sister would say it, they would be like, Liz, when people come into your life or get to know you, they are like parasites. Okay, why is this? So I started to analyze my behavior
And I think I understand now the human psychology behind why they become obsessed with me. I think it's scary because it can become dangerous as well, like stalkers and things like that. But in the same way, you can use this to your advantage. So in this video, I am gonna share with you why I think everyone becomes obsessed with me, so people can become obsessed with you.
I heard that you don't know how to get spoiled by a man. And I heard that some of you, and honestly, my heart breaks every time I think about this, are paying for a man. I know that you guys need my help. That's why I'm here. If you are already in a relationship and your partner, he didn't spoil you yet and you want him to start spoiling you, just tell him, like, I really would appreciate it if you gave me some money, like an allowance. And with my mom, her ex-husband, he knew if he worked or if he didn't work, she would still continue to provide and stay because of the children. I need women to understand that men will say they want good women, but good women never get rewarded. It's always like, oh, I want a day one girl. I want a girl that has been there from the beginning. But those women get literally later on cheated on.
Can you even see how contradictory this is when you are supposed to be giving empowering advice to women, and in one video you are encouraging them to be dependent on men and asking for allowance? She's like, be independent, but don't forget to ask them for rent. And to the women who follow her, how do you think your man or husband would feel if he knew you were consuming this stuff, teaching you how to manipulate men into giving you more money? I don't think he would like it very much. Now, another thing I found interesting is how under the radar this whole thing goes. Like, if you compare her to her, what I would say are her male counterparts, like, the red pill gurus like Fresh and Fit and Sneeko, they get called out pretty easily by many people who are able to spot their bullshit. But for her, I think most of the people were not really familiar with her, outside of course of her usual following or her target audience. Not many people were really familiar with her before this recent drama. And she's really quite popular, like she has many views and subscribers than all of those red pill gurus, but nobody talked about it before. She's basically the red pill for women.
I will tell you guys how powerful women are and how much women have forgotten their power. I don't believe men were supposed to be empowered. I believe women were meant to lead and men were meant to protect them. Before you argue with me and say, no, that's not true, well, we have gone years and years with men leading and it clearly is not working. Something needs to change. Because at the end of the day, men are like children. What way will you elevate me? If there is no way that this person will either elevate me, will make me smarter, will make me happier, whatever, I do not start a friendship or relationship with that person, because I do not benefit from it. So start having expectations. Say, hey, I want my man to have this, and on top of that, I want my man to have money. Even if you don't feel comfortable to take money from the guy or whatever, he has to work, okay? You want to split the bills? Fine, split the bills, but make sure he makes money as well. Another very important thing is do not date broke guys. Do not date guys that have no money, have no job. Do not date them.
So from those clips, you can see that her whole content revolves around materialistic and self-aggrandizing stuff. She makes it sound like healing your trauma is one Chanel bag away. She doesn't even talk about ways to find somebody who's actually decent, somebody who's emotionally mature, somebody who's caring, actually good qualities that a really good partner should have. But instead she puts in front all this materialistic stuff. Sorry by the way if you're confused by the change in lighting. I was filming the video like at 5 a.m. Then my camera died, had to recharge it, and when it got ready again, it was already daylight. But I guess the lighting is better. So anyway, back to it. Another thing I don't like about these online influencers is that they are never open about how they got to where they are. They basically tell you to do this and that, but they never really tell you how they got to live the lifestyle they're living. And most of the cases, when you do a bit of research, you find out that the actual way they live their life is totally different from what they're preaching. For the Wizardliz, for example, I read a comment. I'm not sure if the information is correct or just made up. It alleges that before beginning her social media career, she was a sugar baby in Dubai, and that is how she got to live the lavish lifestyle before even starting her YouTube career. Might be true, might be not, but based on the advice she gives, like her content, I wouldn't actually be surprised if that was true.
There is no way, like, I'm so pissed off. Okay, this didn't happen to me, but I feel like I just got cheated on. There is no way that ratty ass looking Mickey Mouse bitch cheated on I repeat, the Wizardliz.
Wizardliz just posted that she was cheated on by her fiance Landon, while her now ex-fiance, the Wizardliz, out of all people.
Liz is intelligent, beautiful.
How many times have you seen a man that looks this corny, this goofy, put a woman who looks like this in this goober's point of view? What else could he possibly get?
So it's crazy how some people will just take somebody like this and put them on the pedestal as this almighty perfect human being who's above them, and be surprised when things that happen to actual human beings, like normal human beings, also happens to them. So apparently this guy, his name is Landon. He's also a YouTuber with millions of followers. So the way he actually treated is that he texted a girl on Snapchat who happened to be a big fan of the Wizardliz, so she quickly exposed it. And like I said, nobody really deserves to be cheated on. You know, this guy is a loser. He's really one of the worst guys you can find out there. But when you put yourself out there as this life coach who has everything figured out, telling people what to do, how to choose their man, and then the man you happen to choose, you know, and have a child with, cheats on you immediately. Like, this man couldn't even wait till the baby shower to be shady. Of course, people are going to go back and question your advices, because, yeah, that's called accountability.
Telling me Mother Liz was cheated on while she was 4 months pregnant, when she decided to actually show him online, tell the world that she's in love with him. He chose to have you seen her? She's so gorgeous, so confident, so beautiful. Literally everything that you would want in a person, she has that. And this person was like, someone else too? What will actually convince them to stick to one? If that woman had to go through this, us mortals, us little peasants, how are we gonna survive?
For some people actually think that money or beauty will get you loyalty, like automatically. At least for money, as long as you still have it around, you can probably keep someone if they are really into the security it provides. But for looks, it's even worse, because looks just fade away. And even if you still have them, you know, there are so many beautiful people around the world, you know. So if somebody is with you just based on looks, not based on any personality or whatsoever, that relationship is really not going to last long. Cheating is really based on the character of the person who was doing it. It's not really most of the time because of the other person or what they did. It's just a default somebody has. Even the most beautiful people in the world get cheated on. We see it with celebrities every time. So, in conclusion, just stop idolizing random people on the internet. You never know what's going on truly in their lives. You only see what they let you see, the personality they just put on. It's okay to be inspired and listen to other people, but don't take like everything they tell you for facts. Think also for yourself and analyze what they are saying, and take what's good and leave the other that doesn't concern you, which is bad. Just because somebody looks good, just because they have more money than you, just because they speak confidently and arrogantly, it doesn't mean that they have life figured out.